Oh yeah. Y'all thought I was gonna come in here and talk about something else? Y'all always know it's about to start, Let's get it. Yeah. Welcome in, everybody, to the Switch It Up podcast. I am your host, the one with the most, Willie ain't never late. Man, we don't get into this stuff real fast, man. It's a lot of stuff that happened, man. Let's talk about the recent stuff that just happened, man. Let's get hold on, let's get my stuff real fast. So straight up, first time, long time NBA head coach, Hall of Fame Chauncey Billups, currently is serving as head coach of the Portland Trailblazers, has been arrested by the Federal Bureau investigation for alleged involvement in an illegal gambling scheme. According to reports, Billups is not accused of placing bets on games that he coached, but rather taking part in separate illegal poker operations tied to an organized crime network. In parallel, veteran guard Terry Rozier of the Miami Heat was also taken into custody today, connected to the federal investigation into the illegal sports betting involving inside information and prop bets. For what? For what? You're an NBA player, man. What are you doing? What are you doing? You won. He was already had some legal battles before. I think it was back in March of 2023. Sportsbook flagged unusual large bets from on Rozier's point and rebound assist totals. Time to him leaving early when a report of a foot injury. Bro, what we doing, bro? What are we doing, bro? What are we doing? Like, Chauncey Billups, man, like, dude, like, you got to be better than this, bro. Bro, you got to be better than this. And now, you know, like, you about to get a tarnish on your career. And, I mean, like, they say it's like 31 people arrested, 56 people, 56 people, they still hoping will come and turn themselves in before they have to go and arrest them. But man, that was the news that hit this morning, and I'm praying for their families that things go well. But once again, thank y'all. First, you know, I'm messing up. I thank my Lord and Savior Jesus Christ for giving me the opportunity to do what I do and say what I say and how I say it, because without him, I will be nothing. So, once again, I am Willie, and, you know, I'm simultaneously, I am the host of the Switch It Up podcast. My name is Willie Ain't Never Late, if you didn't know that. And I'm about to bring y'all some news, man. So, NBA's here. NBA's here. We're going to get to the football. Trust me, we're going to get to it. But right now, we're going to talk about the Oklahoma City Thunder and the Rockets. Score was 125 to 124, went to double overtime. Key moment, Shai Alexander doing his thing. Hit 2 free throws with 2.3 seconds left and remaining in double overtime, sealing the win for OKC. Opening night, raising their championship banner. I mean, this is what you wanted. This is the basketball you wanted. This is what you want to see, if they was going to come out and do their thing. And they did their thing. Straight like that. Hey, welcome in. Thank you for joining. Please continue to share the live. I'm also on TikTok, y'all, as well as I'm on YouTube. And going to our next game. Our next game was with the Warriors and the Lakers, and that rivalry is big. The Warriors won 119-109. The Warriors built a third quarter run, 20-4 spurt to take control. The Lakers' new acquisition, Luka Doncic, scored 41 points. Man, I miss him in Dallas, y'all. I'm sorry. I know I miss him in Dallas though, but Phil don't let the box score like he normally do. But the Lakers did open up without LeBron sideline. Don't know what the reason is, but we will find out somewhere along the lines what is going on with that. Now, let's get into NFL. Holler at the button, NFL. I know y'all was like, why you do all that? It is what it is. Look, I'm just happy I'm trying to get to a game. Like a pastor be preaching, and he's trying to get to that one point where, I said, I feel my helper coming. I'm waiting till I get to that game. That's what I'm waiting for. That's what I'm waiting for. So, first game we're going to talk about is the Buffalo Bills, Atlanta Falcons. Falcons beat the Bills 24-14. Week 7, the Falcons picked up a key win, holding the Bills to just 14 points and putting up 24 of their own. Atlanta defense did the strong job limiting Buffalo rhythm, and the Falcons offense made the plays when required for the Buffalo Bills. Losing this loss is a sting because they were just doing very well. It's putting pressure on them. Putting pressure on. Oh, what is this? I don't even know what that is right there. Oh man, I got it. They thought I was a robot. Wow. Welcome in, everybody. Welcome in. But like I'm saying, it puts pressure on them as the season progresses. The takeaways from this, Atlanta continues to show that they definitely can be reliable at home, and Buffalo will need to regain their offensive groove if they stay in contention. Chicago Bears and the Commanders. The Bears beat the Commanders 25-24. 1 point thriller. 1 point thriller. You heard what I said? 1 point thriller. Yep. 1 point thriller, y'all. It was a 1 point thriller. Chicago came through, did their thing, managed out last. Washington 25-24. The difference came down to execution, the key moments. The Bears converted when it mattered the most. And while the Commanders just fell short, Chicago resilience pays off in late games, despite the close loss. Again, shows they're being competitive, but still needs some work. Thank you, guys. Continue to share the live. Tapping that screen. Thank you. Once again, I am your host with the most, Willie ain't never late. Holler at your boy. Pittsburgh Steelers, Cincinnati Bengals. Boy, this was a thriller for the Manila. Woo! Back and forth affair. The Bengals came out 33-31. Both teams moved the ball offensively. Cincinnati made just enough plays to go down the stretch, and Pittsburgh answered multiple times, but the Bengals offense showed up when it counts. The Steelers still need to hold on, but close games remains a challenge. You heard what I said. To all of you Pittsburgh Steelers fans. Let me say it again. To all of you Pittsburgh Steelers fans, there's some tighten up y'all need to do. Woo! Boy, hey, I'm having a good time, man. Let me tighten up. Y'all need to tighten up. But boy, let me tell you who needs to tighten up. Woo! Let me tell you, need to tighten up. Boy, Los Angeles Rams and Jaguars. Jacksonville Jaguars. Rams beat them 35-7. Boy, I wish I would have showed up to the game so when, I'm out there, man, in between commercials, man. Like we only got one touchdown. One touchdown. But let me get into it. Let me get into it. I'm double. A dominant showing by the Rams, who crushed the Jaguars 35-7. Los Angeles offense was kicking, and the defense shut Jacksonville down. And the Jaguars simply never fought. Never found the rhythm. They never found the rhythm. And the Rams sent the message with the blowout. The Jaguars regroup. You ain't ready. You ain't ready. No. You ain't ready. Not this time. All right. Game 5, Patriots and the Tennessee Titans. Hey, y'all know that coach that came from Tennessee. You know he wanted some payback. You know that brother wanted some payback. And they got it, too. They got it. Sure did. New England Patriots beat the Titans 31. Patriots, Titans 13. New England Patriots controlled the game 31-13. The Patriots offense found consistency in their defense, stifling Tennessee, preventing serious comeback and attempts. The Titans struggled with drives and turnovers. Patriots look sharp, well-balanced performance, and the Titans will need to improve their situational execution. 2 touchdowns. 1 touchdown, couple field goals. You might need to work on a lot. Might want to hold back on the big and tasty. Hold back on, see, I ain't playing no special football, so I can, Big Willie style. You know what I'm saying? I can eat me a big and tasty. But y'all out there, Titans, big boys, some big old boys. Thank you for the gift. Yeah, you need to slow down. You need to slow down. Get it right. Get it right. Then we had, it was an okay game. New Orleans, Chicago. 2 games in the same week. Chicago's prevail again. Chicago validate their early win with another strong showing, defeating the Saints 26-14. While New Orleans flashes, the Bears maintain control, didn't allow the Saints to seize momentum. The Bears are building confidence with consecutive wins. The Saints need to find consistency on offense output. Y'all know what I want to say. And I got to say it because it's funny. There was no Saints marching in this game. There was no Saints marching in this game. I mean, they did get 14, so it was a pretty good game. But do you know what game that was it? Woo! Let me tell you. I know you're like, who lost? Who lost real bad? Thought you never asked. It was them Miami Dolphins. The fin flappers. Browns beat them 31-6. Complete performance by Cleveland. Offense, defense, special teams. Teams came together in a convincing win, 31-6 win. Miami was outmatched. Thank y'all for the love. I see y'all over there. Miami was outmatched and couldn't build any momentum. Takeaway from this game was the Browns found their way this week, and the Dolphins head into a rough stretch unless something changes. Woe is. You know, I really don't know what's going on with these two teams. Carolina Panthers and Jets. They beat them 13-6. You know, I don't really care about this game. You know, whatever happened, it happened. I really don't care. Hey, you know, that's how I feel. Care nothing about your teams, huh? They suck. So I ain't gonna talk about them. There's some personal people out there I know like Carolina, you know, so I'm personally not gonna talk about it because I want them to understand that. Too bad. It's my show. I'm the host. All right, to the next game. Philadelphia Eagles and Minnesota. Philadelphia, 28. Minnesota Vikings, 22. You know, Minnesota Vikings coming in with the young quarterback, you know, that was injured all last year, trying to make themselves known. Philadelphia pulled off a 28-22 win over the Vikings. After some struggles in the recent weeks, the Eagles showed signs of getting back on track with a better execution and a few mistakes. Minnesota fought hard, but couldn't make decisive plays. Couldn't make the decisive play. The takeaway from the game, the Eagles look revitalized and Vikings remain in the mix, but need to make big plays adjustments. You know, that's just basically saying you the first loser of the game. You're the first loser. That's all. That's what it means. First loser. But we're gonna get to something that's really stupid. Kansas City Chiefs and the Raiders. Chiefs 31, Raiders 0. A dominant performance by Kansas City, a 31-0 shutout of Las Vegas. The Chiefs' offense was efficient and their defense ruthless. The Raiders couldn't find any rhythm at all. Takeaway from this? Takeaways lost. Shooting showed up. Al Davis right now is rolling in his name. Al Davis is rolling in his grave right now as we speak. Al Davis is rolling in his grave. I should have never gave y'all money. That's what he's saying. But the takeaways from this game, Chiefs sending a clear message. Raiders have major issues and address both sides of the ball. Listen, let me tell you something. I'm so glad about the Chiefs getting hot when they're getting hot, but I'm going to tell you, they did this against a team that has nothing. They're supposed to win these games. They're supposed to do this. Not impressive to me. That's not impressive. Do it against a great opponent that you're going against in the playoffs. Do it against one of those, then I'm going to be like, you feel me? Do that. Oh, this brother right here. New York Giants and Denver Broncos. Broncos 33, Giants 32. Man, let me say something real fast. This Coach Payton said something against Russell Wilson. You know, when you know somebody is a calm, and this goes to so many levels. And for me, being a man of God and going to church and trying to live your life the right way. If somebody call you out, they try to stir it up. Stir that spirit up. Man ain't played for you in 4 years. You put your mouth on that man's name. Why? You didn't even need to do that. You didn't even. Oh, hold on, just a minute. Not be on the ticket talk. But he showed definitely his own the YouTube. And if you want to know who I'm talking about the Charlie Lover himself, Mr. Ferocious 247. Y'all give me 1 second. Let me get my man queued in, get him ready. Ferocious! What's happening, man?
I forgot I was in here for a minute.
Now I had the computer screen up, so I couldn't see nothing that was going over here. I was checking back and forth, but no, I got the computer the other screen up so I can see the notes. But I can still hear you. I can still hear you. How you doing, bro? I mean, I know I just talked to you earlier today. I know you're doing well. I mean, I know family doing good. I know you're eating well over there. You're happy. I mean, I don't know. I mean, I want to ask. I don't want to assume. Did the Chargers win?
Big W's, man.
Oh, so hey, tickety talk.
Yeah, we're back on track.
Chargers came into town, took the big size 12. Laid that sucker in the air like Hulk Hogan. Went all the way to the Raptors like this. Dropped that sucker down low with the ferocious. And kicked him out the game and told him, come back next week. Try it again. All your practicing. All your practicing was for nothing. You lost. Matter of fact, who they play? We
played the Minnesota team you just talking about a little while.
The Minnesota team I was just talking about.
And going back to the leg drop analogy, we hit the rope. We came and we dropped that leg down right on their throat. And then after that, we pinned them for the 1, 2, 3. And we simply said, what you gonna do?
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls.
Strike down on you. That's what we would have did. Oh, yeah. Poke game tonight. Justin Herbert.
You came in. Look. I'm pretty sure them stats is gonna be. I'm pretty sure we're gonna come back down. I'm pretty sure Herbert. What was the score again?
I left off at 37-10. I think that was the final.
37. See, y'all. It's another one of them teams. One of the ladies. The ladies on TikTok said, "Come back next week. Come back next week and do it again." Because you didn't get it done this week. You came at the right time. You came at the right time, bro. We're talking about Mr. Payton. Mr. Payton and and I'm saying how, in the world today, somebody, make me considered, a man of God, someone who's trying to live their life right. This man, after 4 years, just decided, to say he went and talked to the head of the New York Giants to say, I was hoping y'all was going to make that switch and get him up out of there. And I'm glad. I'm glad Russell said something back. You need to take some of that from your wife and level up. You had to level up. He had to level up and let y'all know, just because I'm over here sitting on this bench, I'm still Mr. I can cook it up when I want to. Y'all saw what I did to them Cowboys, even though I got sat down and the very next game, but I can cook it up.
Somebody can use them out there.
You say it like Friday, but you live to fight another day. Pretty much. But yeah, I'm in the part where I'm talking about the Broncos and the Giants. But the Broncos, the Broncos beat them 33-32. Denver overcame a large deficit to beat the New York Giants, to beat New York. Well, the Jets. The Giants 32. The Broncos scored 33 points in the fourth quarter along with rewriting the books for the Giants. Mixed execution and missed extra point sealing their fate. The takeaways from this game: the Broncos' resilience and big execution shine, and the Giants evaporated a tight game, but lessons learned. When people say stuff like that when I lose, what did you learn? That I made mistakes to make myself lose. Just saying. You can learn from, like, what do you learn from getting hit in the face? Move next time. Move.
Yeah.
Move. Well, it is. You got anything to add to that?
I just don't like the fact that the Denver Broncos are number one in my division because of that win. So shame on the Giants. Yeah, the Giants let me down. I knew they was going to have a tough year, a year of ups and downs and close games, having teams by the neck and then letting them breathe again. This is what New York does, I guess, in this Gen Z era. Yeah, man. But I'm excited to keep watching them. I'm liking what I'm seeing from Mr. Dart over there. We get Darty from time to time. Scatterboo over there. Yeah, I like the energy over there. But outside of that, Denver is looking pretty good. And I hope we're gonna see them again down the line. We're gonna see what they're really about.
Now, I personally myself, I skipped the game because I didn't even think, whoever Carolina played, I don't know who they played, but I personally didn't want to talk about them because, one, for what they did to Cowboys, and I really could care less, and two, I think they are the lowest piece of feces that could ever come out of anything live. They are the epitome of disappointment, of every disappointment that ever occurred in life. So that's how I feel about them.
Why you got to do them like that? Why you got to do them like that?
That's how I feel about them. Sorry, that's how I feel about them. So
because they smashed the Cowboys.
They smashed us, bro. They smashed us. Rico, done. Smashed us, bro. He smashed us, bro. The man said, it was almost like the modern day Muhammad Ali. I'm gonna come and I'm gonna hit you with one of these. And then I'm gonna back up and lean on ropes like this. And then I'm gonna go ahead and rope it up and just I'm gonna get you like this and then as soon as your time will go.
Yeah.
But I would give you the utmost respect if you want to talk about this or not, and we can go right past it because I don't want to spoil the win that they had tonight. The game they had, the Chargers had against the Colts. That's the next game. We don't have to talk about it. We can skip right past it because they won tonight. We can go past it.
Look, I don't mind getting drug in the mud. It's all good.
Okay. Well, so Chargers, Colts played Sunday, and the Colts they took their legs and them horseshoes and shoes match. They did it for what's that banner they got? They did it for the shoes. Did it for the shoes. Indianapolis got a convincing win, 38-24 over the Chargers. Offensively, the Colts were sharp, consistent, and the Chargers could not match the pace to make enough stops. The Colts looked like a team on the rise. The Chargers have to work to close the gap. Oh, they worked to close the gap, all right. Boy, I mean, sound like somebody. How did Mac do tonight? Did Mac assassinate anybody tonight?
Mac, put it to you this way, and his wife not gonna like me saying this, but it was the return of the Mac. It was definitely Oh yeah. He came and he showed out. He pressured the quarterback time after time after time. What's his name over there in Minnesota now? Their eighth quarterback since the Justin Jefferson era. Carson Wentz. Was it
Carson Wentz?
Carson Wentz was wincing all game long. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. It was not good.
Somehow. Yeah. Return of the Mac. You know, sometimes you gotta jump out and show them.
Yes.
Oh, I see. Who's that? It said somebody's fine. Somebody, they fine ass mama. How you doing? How you doing tonight? I know who that is. How you doing tonight? How you doing tonight? I didn't recognize the name. That's a different name. You know when you have a different name. How you doing tonight? How you doing tonight? You know, and I want to thank you, and I want to thank Miss Speck Martin over here. You know, hitting that screen. We are almost at 10K. Appreciate y'all supporting the Switch It Up podcast and all of our co-hosts on here doing what we do. We need you to put the word out for us so that we can be even bigger than what we are now. But let's get back to the regular schedule program because this is the part I've been waiting for. This is the part. This is the part of the show that I've been waiting for. You know, if I could play something. No, that's not what I wanted. This is how I feel. Washington Commanders at the Cowboys. Hey. Cowboys. Okay, let's get to bed. Cowboys 44, Commanders 22. Cowboys rolled to a 44-20 win. They attacked the Commanders defense in multiple ways.
That would made you feel good, didn't it? Oh,
while their own defense was held to 22, the Commanders couldn't keep pace. They couldn't keep. I just can't do it, Captain. I just can't do it, Captain. That's what they said. The takeaway: the Cowboys are firm and control. Commanders face a tough stretch unless the turnover ratios improve. Look, they went and got all them old people over there on their team, and everyone was like, "Oh my goodness." You know, they got crazy Ray Terry. Ray Terry need to get his money. Ray Terry ain't doing nothing. Ray Terry over there talking about, hey, you paid me now. I'm about to relax for the next 4 years. Woohoo! I'll at your boy. I might just run down the field and go, huh? My leg. My leg. Huh? That's what you get for taking my leg. You took too long. My leg. You know? It took too long to pay these people, man. It took too long. To pay these people, man. Man, where we at on time, man? Where we at on time?
How'd you like CeeDee Lamb on Sunday? 8 targets, 5 catches, 110 yards.
Man, let me tell you something. Let me just tell you something, man. Well, I'm gonna tell you, man. Look, I'm animated, so I like to talk. You know, I like to talk in song, bro. I like talking song. So this is how I want. This is how I felt Sunday. Glory to the Lamb. Glory. Let me stop. To the
Lamb. No, he did not. No, he did not.
Let me stop. Let me stop.
No, he did.
Let me stop, man. Let me stop.
Yep. I'm not even gonna ask you how you feel about Devontae Williams. I won't even do it.
I'm gonna be honest. I'm gonna be honest with you, bro. Me and my bishop always have. Welcome in. I see you, Spicy Storm. Welcome in. I see you. Thank you for coming in. We appreciate you. When he calls me and tells me that this is the best offensive team that we've had in a long time, that we can do, with Lamb and Pickens. Look, they not even. It's so bad that people are forgetting that we got 2 6-footers out there and Turpin out there, man. Along with the tight ends, bro. Shoemaker, bro. And Ferguson, bro.
Not even to mention Devontae Williams. He's looking like one of the better backs in the league. Maybe like top 5-ish, or am I reaching too far?
I'm gonna say I'm gonna say he's had maybe because I think I'll have to look at stats, but I definitely know he having a good season. He definitely know he got the most carries in the season that he's ever had. He had having career carries this season, at a high rate, at a very, very high rate. But there's someone who's coming at a high rate. Them Green Bay Packers, man. And Arizona, they beat the Cardinals 27-23. It was a competitive game. Green Bay found a way to get the win. The Packers executed critical plays and held on, while the Cardinals came up short. Packers' takeaway was showing 42 in tight games. Cardinals tough, but need a finish. Need to finish stronger. I really just feel like that team needs. They just need something different. That coach, they've lost. You got coaches getting in the face of the player. I just think they lost respect, man. They've lost respect for the players, and the players. When the players lose respect, it's it's going downhill, man. It's going downhill. So I don't know, man.
I definitely agree with that.
Let me see what we got going on here, man. We got any comments? No comments. Let's see. Oh, another private. Oh, that was you. I know. No, I did not. No, I did not see it. I did not see it.
I know you see me.
So, the next game we got is Atlanta Falcons and the San Francisco 49ers. Now, I'm going to tell you something, man. This is what pisses me off. The Commanders had a great team assembled, and they trade the running back to San Francisco for future endeavors, and then they lose, Eckler, who I personally, and I'm going to tell y'all right now who I personally call prostitute spit. I call him that for my own personal reasons. I don't need to give y'all an explanation. That's what I call him.
No, none needed. None needed. They don't need to know.
But
I know though, but they don't need to
know. But the 49ers beat the Falcons 20-52 to go to a 5-2 record. Now, The 49ers secured a 22-10 win. San Francisco defense held Atlanta under 10 points, and the offense is steady. When needed, the Falcons couldn't generate enough to challenge. The takeaway of this game, 49ers enforced their home stronghold. The Falcons need to find more offensive pop on the road. I personally think that the Falcons are not ready this year. Not ready. They look good. They look flashy, but good for the neighborhood, good for the kids to come out and see football players. But they're not gonna do nothing. Not gonna do nothing. What you think,
man? I agree, man. They're missing some tools, man. Maybe a stud defensively. But I'm looking at their running game, and I mean, obviously they got one of the better running backs in the league.
Two of them. They got two of them.
Yeah. They need better play at the quarterback position, man. That's what's going to elevate them.
Because when you lose to a depleted, like, bravo to the 49ers for finding a way to win after losing their star middle linebacker, I think receivers, quarterbacks.
Quarterback.
I mean, it's a lot that, along with the players that they lost, to free agency, Nick Bosa out for the season. Y'all still winning. It shows that if you have a winning culture, it doesn't take. It continues. It's just next man up. It's next man up. Speaking about the next man up, these Lions, after getting whooped on, man, by them Chief boys, they came back to beat the Buccaneers 24-9, bro. Held these boys to 3 field goals. The kicker, he had an all-star game. But the rest of you people, the Lions beat the Buccaneers 24-9. Defense limited the Tampa Bay Buccaneers to 9 points. Offense put them up to secure the win. The Bucs offense was outmatched. But the takeaways, the Lions, they can win convincingly against opponents. Buccaneers offense needs re-evaluation.
Yeah. What can you do without Mike Evans if you are Baker? Yeah. It's only so much I know, we just talked about the 49ers and the next man up mentality, but at the end of the day, I feel like when you get your star wide receiver back after he's missed 2 or 3 weeks, and then the first couple plays of the game, he's back out again indefinitely.
Yeah.
It's going to deplete you.
But I know what they need.
What's that? They need help. That's what they need.
They need to rock the boat. They need to take that pirate ship. Hey. Turn around. Come on, y'all. Walk in the middle. Let me stop.
Get somebody in trouble.
I'm myself. I know people like, I know that is not Deacon Paul up there doing that stuff. I'm just having fun. Look, y'all, I'm having fun. Just look, pray for me on Sunday. Okay? God knows my heart. y'all know how I am. So y'all know how I am. But yeah, you're right. Mike Evans is gone. Hold up, wait a minute. let us put some Cotton in it. Welcome, Cotton is on the TikTok. Welcome in, Cotton. Thanks for coming through. You know, she is part of the crew. Holla at your boy. See him in the street. Feel what I'm saying? So we just up here talking about a little sports. Right now, I thought it was a real good game. Seattle Seahawks and Titan. I mean Texans. Seahawks won 27-19. The Seahawks took down the Texans. While the Seattle had some turnovers, they they did enough to excuse me. They did enough to win, but Houston fought hard but couldn't close the gap. The takeaway: the Seahawks was resilient despite mistakes. Texans showed competitiveness, but still need polishing on finishing touches. Basically, I mean, you just said that your team get it done. You know what was that? What was that? What was that? That Joe Clark said. Um, People down at the goddamn off at the building say you ain't no damn good.
No
That's
good.
pretty much what they said. Pretty much what they said. How you feel about that, man?
I agree with the people. No good.
Oh man. Oh man. Man, I do, but you know what? That's all the games we got. I do got a question for you. Before we leave, let's see how much time we got. Oh, yeah, real quick question. Real quick question. This is the question that I asked one of all the co-hosts about, and I said I was gonna ask it on here. And I'm gonna see if anyone on here can ask. Thank you for sharing that live. Thank you for sharing and reposting. Um, there was an interview with Kobe and Shaq. And I'm tripping. Kobe gone. Iverson and Shaq. And Iverson, they were asking Iverson how many points he would score. He said, I scored 32. Kobe scored 30. Um, I know I could, I don't know how much Kobe would put up, but I could probably put up another 10 points. I could probably put up 40 in this day and era. Um, they asked him, like against people who would normally be like, say, Hogan in OKC, they asked Shaq, what would you put up against him? He said, I don't know how much I'll put up, but he said, I'll tell you this. He wouldn't be barbecue chicken. He would be barbecue chicken kebabs. I said, dang. So the question of the night, in that era, if you had someone to pick in the Iverson, the Kobe, that era that was so like where you had, um, I mean, LeBron at his highest peak when he was in Cleveland, and you had the McGrady's and the Kevin Garnett's, Carmelo's. It was a lot of players. Paul George, when he was a little younger. Who would you say right now? If you had to pick someone to bring out that era, who you think that will be the MVP in this era? Who would you pick?
We're talking what, early 2000s, right?
Yeah.
Wow. I'm like, I got a plethora of players. They all just popping out.
While he's thinking, put your player in. Who do you think will be the MVP in this era? That played in the 2000s with Kobe, Iverson, Shaq. Y'all
look, bro, you didn't even mention Tim Duncan and and what he's capable of. He was winning championships around that time. I would have to say, as much as I don't want to do this,
The Chiefs did smoke.
I would say Kobe Bryant. I mean that Kobe Bryant was as scary as ever. You know, he just didn't realize how truly lethal he was yet because he was too busy fighting a big guy, trying to get the big guy to understand stuff.
I think
maybe I'm wrong. Maybe he did understand. Maybe he did.
I think he did. That's why he pushed him so much because he said, "If you're as lethal as me, we would never lose." Could you imagine the Lakers going 82-0?
It was very possible.
They should have.
It was very possible.
Who could defend? When Shaq, just think about this. When Shaq was having an off night, 29-15. Off night.
Yeah, you know what? And thinking about it, I gotta retract, man. There it is, right? It's Shaq, bro. In that
You
era,
think so?
Shaq would kill. I know he's not gonna be shooting threes, but he wouldn't need them. I mean, this era right here, who's gonna stop him? There's nobody. I mean,
so they made
back when Wemby gonna get pushed to the locker room with an elbow.
So that's what they were saying tonight. They were saying tonight they were making fun of Shaq, Chuck, and Kenny. They said when he started crossing up Lively, they were like, "Look at him." They were like, "They go Shaq. Look at Shaq. Look at Shaq. Oh, Shaq, you can't stop him." He said, "Look, man." He said, "Y'all seen what I did. I ain't got to keep saying this, man." Like he said, y'all acting like he doing something that ain't never been done. You know, whoop-de-doo.
No, what he's doing has never been done. It has never been done. Shaq wasn't
70%.
Shaq wasn't doing this. Shaq wasn't doing what Wemby's doing. But I will say Shaq would have been more unleashed in today's game than back then. And he has a skill set. Shaq had a true skill set. He just wasn't going to shoot jumpers. I don't care. Shaq was never going to develop the jumper.
Listen, I just put you like this. What's in this 250, bro?
Exactly. It is.
Your centers now, your centers is averaging 220 pounds and 230. So they can run up and down the court and be lean and phew. It's no more pounded in the paint. I want to say Embiid is maybe the last pounder.
He's the last of a dying breed, of a dead breed.
I want to say
I would give it to Jokic too. Jokic will go toe
Jokic too.
Pound for pound.
You're right.
Yeah.
I probably want to say he hasn't gotten himself together, but I think it's I want to say is it Edie in Memphis, 7'4".
Oh, yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Can shoot the ball and post up. So, I mean that. Yeah. I mean, so for me, if I had to pick somebody, in that era.
It's a tough one. There's even some off names I didn't bring up. You know, Steve Francis is of the world.
I'm gonna tell you, guard. I'm gonna say a point guard who I think that this era could not guard. Steve Nash.
I was always the biggest Nash fan. I ain't gonna complain.
Look, two players who, when I was playing basketball, two players who I used to watch to run around the court. Well, three. It was Steve Nash, Rip Hamilton, and Reggie Miller. They would run around the court until their player was exhausted. Then they score. Reggie Miller had a set play, run his player through 2 picks, and then come back. Bruh, you will see defenders do this. After you get hit with 2 picks, and then you got to go and get and do it all over again. Do you want that? And you got Dale Davis, Antonio Davis, waiting for you. Rick Smiths. I'm good, bro. Hey, so we did that. That's a recap. Anything going forward, you got, that you want to put out there that you think, people should be looking out for outside of the Cowboys game on Sunday.
Yeah. I mean, it's a lot to look forward to, man. You got the NBA back in town, looking forward to that NBA in-game tournament. Who's gonna walk away with the second trophy? I want to see that start, and I want to see Anthony Edwards get a piece of that gold, or win Mignano. Why not?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I don't even want to talk about the Dodgers right now. I don't want to, I don't want nobody to look forward to them winning their back-to-back rings or nothing like that.
You can say stuff like that, and you can think that it's not going to happen. It's going to happen, bro. And we're gonna, and you know what? I can't wait to play. I can't wait to play a song.
You bet not dare.
I can't wait. I can't. Dare. I'm gonna wait for it, but because on our way out, even though I know we're over our time, on our way out, I know you always be hitting me with the uncut music. I'm gonna hit you with something as we go out. I don't know if you heard of them called "C'est La Soul." It's a song called "Love Yourself," and the beat, the song to y'all. I'm telling y'all check this out. It's a groove. We're gonna jam out to it as we leave out.
Rock out.
Well, I like that. But I'm gonna listen to it all week. Listen to the groove. Wait, watch it.
Sister, it's okay to take time out to readjust to your crown. Make yourself the wise side so you don't slip and fall. But I can't tell you be easy, no.
But we don't want to play too much because we don't want to get no more strikes. So, with that being said, this is the song of the night. C'est La Soul. Love yourself. Because
it's a vibe. That's a vibe. That's gonna go into the playlist. You know it.
Hey, I'm your host, Will Ain't Never Late. This is the host, co-host with the most. Oh shit! It's a pleasure. We'll have you next time.